After the first thrilling event, Consolation Cup saw an unexpected team in the first event. What will happen here as we're racing down the finals? It's time to find out. Hello everyone and welcome to the JBL Consolation Cup Season 2, Event 2, the Castle Descent. Once again, it's heats of 4 with 2 members from each team rolling down. The point is to go through the finals as fast as you can, and the combined score from your finish is who will move on. The top 2 from each heat will move on until 4 will remain racing for gold. The first finisher gets 8 points, and so we move on. Second 7, third will get 6, so on and so forth until the last finisher, 8th, will get 1 point, and you combine the score from your 2 members to finish the top score. For example, if you get first and third, you get 8 and 6 points for a total of 14. The 2 teams with the highest score will move on from each heat, and in the finals, of course, first will win the gold. That being said, we're ready to roll down to the first of 4 heats for the first round. Team Light, Team Chagos, Team Lemonade, and the Wolves. Down they come. Ready to see who can bring it home today. Team Chagos looking strong so far, one of their members already down. Fairly similar racing so far, a lot of rolling and pushing near the orange funnels. You can see we start with 1 blue, followed by about 6 orange funnels, followed by 1 final big blue funnel that will complete the race and show who will be the winners. Down they come once more. Everyone rolling down, trying to get points on the board. It's important to start strong here today. Remember, we're still early into the competition. Everyone wants the points. Who will move on? Chagos, I believe, got the first finisher, but everyone is still rolling down. Everything is still to play for, as the last few are getting towards the bottom. Who will be moving on? Everyone's still rolling down. Final member of the Wolves looks like will be finishing, and the teams moving on, Team Light and the Team Lemonade, will be the ones in the next round. Looking clean so far. Guineas, Gamma Rays, Laser Beams, and the newcomers Towering Toucans are coming down. Towering Toucans starting in 14th, not quite what you want for a newcomer. You want to show your strength, not your weakness early on. But it didn't quite look out that way, as we're looking decent thus far. Gamma Rays, who actually finished 2nd in the Spiral Series Season 1. This is supposed to be their forte, but they don't seem to be doing all that well thus far, struggling in the back. As one of the members already is near the bottom. Who is this? Guineas and Laser Beams already sending one near the bottom. Who will be the first one to finish? And it's the Laser Beams captain who will be the first one to the bottom, followed quickly by the captain of the Guineas. As the rest of the teams all coming down very close behind. Again, Laser Beams and Guineas not really giving Gamma Rays and Towering Toucans much of a chance. Top 2 without much trouble. In fact, Towering Toucans, the last 2 remaining, is still rolling around. That is the minimum points of just 3, with 7th and 8th overall. Not what you want to see. And obviously Laser Beams and Guineas will be moving on. Great showing from both teams. Didn't really seem to struggle all that much. Icicle Incredibles, Banana Blasters, Streaming Serpents, and Executioners. Streaming Serpents, the Spiral Series champions, are here to roll again. They want to prove that it wasn't a fluke, but it's not a good start thus far, as Icicle Incredibles are shooting forward at the start. Banana Blasters struggling in the back, but there's still a lot of time to play. Everything still to go for here, as Executioners and Banana Blasters seem to be having some sort of issue. Not anymore for the Executioners, they're shooting forward. Streaming Serpents having both members in the back. Banana Blasters, one of their members has fallen off the track, and that is the last place for this race. The medical committee already going to check that everything is okay with them. That is unfortunate. Banana Blasters probably looking to be out for this event. Executioners also struggling as Icicle Incredibles and Streaming Serpents far ahead of everyone else. But still everything could happen, as Icicle Incredibles are complete, and it seems that the Streaming Serpents may have done enough. They probably have, as Banana Blasters are struggling. They managed to get just a little bit of a consolation. They will beat the newcomers, but they are out. Icicle Incredibles and Streaming Serpents, again without much issue, will be moving on, and Nana is being medical checked by the committee as we're ready to move on to the final heat. Speedstar Skeletons, Speeding Trains, Lime Axolotls and Sky Seahorses. Sky Seahorses not known for being good at funnel racing, but they would like to change that today. Will they be able to do it? Let's find out, as we're already starting. Lime Axolotls, the bottom two at the moment, not looking good so far. Speeding Trains with a good start thus far, as the Sky Seahorses and Speedstar Skeletons looking relatively even thus far. But the Lime Axolotls, one of the members, all the way from last place to the top. Everything still to play for, mind you. We are just at the start of this event, as we already have two members near the bottom. Sky Seahorses and Speedstar Skeletons are the first two to send one to the bottom funnel. One of them being pushed around, and it seems like the Sky Seahorses will be the first to finish, and they will! That's 8 points to start. That's a good looking move. Lime Axolotls, amazing recovery so far. They will be looking to move on, as Speedstar Skeletons also get a finisher, and all the Speeding Trains members have also shown up. And it's looking close so far. There is a good amount of points for the Lime Axolotls. Speeding Trains now racing very close by with the Speedstar Skeletons, but they are obviously out. But who will be moving on between the Sky Seahorses and the Speedstar Skeletons? And it's the Sky Seahorses, just barely on a tie, will be moving on. Speedstar Skeletons not happy about it, but not much they can do, as the Sky Seahorses are still around and rolling in this one with the top three of the last event, in fact. Team Light, Guineas and Icicle Incredibles all here, alongside, of course, the Sky Seahorses. As everyone is ready to make their way to the bottom, but how will it end? Close race so far, Icicle Incredibles all around. Sky Seahorses having one of their members near the bottom. Everyone does, in fact. It's looking very close. Team Light struggling in the back with one of their members, but also in the front with the other. They trying to keep the team in check, as Guineas already have one to the final funnel. Who will be moving on? It's a close one. Guineas. Oh, one of member just rolled immediately down. Not sure who that was. Somebody is already done, skipping the entire funnel. What a cut! Immediately rolling to the bottom. Not sure who that was, but they will get the 8 points for their team, as the Sky Seahorses are looking very poor. They will not be in the next round, but which of the three remaining teams will be? It's a matter of time to find out. Team Light also probably looking to only get 1 point here, as they keep on rolling around. Yes, they will. Sky Seahorses will finish with a 5, but who will be the two teams in the finals? It will be Guineas and Icicle Incredibles. It was in fact Team Light who cut all the way to the lead, but it wasn't enough to move on, as the other two teams find themselves in the finals. Lime Axolotls, Streaming Serpents, Laser Beams, and Team Lemonade ready to go down yet again, as it is the Laser Beams who shoot one of their members first to the bottom, as Lime Axolotls are close behind. Everyone still rolling. Streaming Serpents have something to prove here, as the other three teams I don't believe even have been in Spiral Series before. They would love their first show in this said competition, but they will have to wait just a bit, as Team Lemonade lost one of their members on the funnels. Team Lemonade already down a member. They could still make it with a lot of luck, but it doesn't look likely, as at the moment Streaming Serpents and Laser Beams having one of their members at the bottom, as again Laser looking to be the first finisher, but it's a close one and will not. And that's a lot of points here for the Streaming Serpents. Close race so far developing between all the remaining teams. Team Lemonade pretty much looking out of it. That's a decent amount of points, but will it be enough? Only time will tell. Looking like Streaming Serpents will be the winners of this heat, but I'm not sure who will move on between the Lime Axolotls and the Laser Beams. It is close between them, rolling to the bottom. We're just waiting to see the final scores. Who will be the final team in the finals alongside the Streaming Serpents? It's the Laser Beams on a tie ahead of the Lime Axolotls. They will be moving on to the finals. The medics, of course, are going to check now on Team Lemonade to see that everyone is okay, but we are rolling to the finals. Guinness and Icicle Incredibles back in the finals once again, this time accompanied by 2 new members, Laser Beams and Streaming Serpents. But who, between these 4, will win the Castle Descent? We're ready to watch as all the teams so far looking pretty evenly matched. No one is taking any obvious lead as we're ready and continuing to roll. Laser Beam struggling in the back. Can they make the return? There is still time and everything is still to play for here. It's looking pretty even thus far between all the teams, as in fact the Laser Beams have the first member and the final funnel, followed closely by Guinness and Streaming Serpents. Looking like an 8-point starter for the Laser Beams, but can they get any more? Maybe. Streaming Serpents and Guinness close together. In fact, Guinness 2 members already in the final funnel. We're the first ones to have this scenario. Streaming Serpents will have a second, and Guinness will have the third, who will have 4th, as now both Icicle Incredibles are here too. Laser Beams shoot their final member, and it's looking very close. Icicle Incredibles will have 1 finisher, and probably the second in a moment. Yes, they will. And it's time to just see the last 2. Where will they finish? It's Laser Beams who will get the 2 points. Streaming Serpents will only get 1. But how will this shape up the standings for this event? Who won the Castle Descent? And the winners are the Guineas with 11 points, just 1 ahead of the Laser Beams. Guineas, after a silver medal in the first event, will take gold today. Streaming Serpents will take the bronze, Laser Beams with the silver. But of course, Guineas, after a gold and a silver in the first 2 events, they're looking happy, looking at the top of the standings as the newcomers Towering Toucans are sitting in last place. But we still have 6 events to go. Next up, the block battle. Can the teams make a recovery? Can the top teams move on even further? Only time will tell. We will see you all then, but until then, don't forget to keep on rolling.